Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Livin Room Podcast. Without the G, I'm your host for today, Jason. I'm joined with the boys, Dom and Bryan, and we got a special guest here today, Joel, joining us.
What's up, guys?
So, how you doing today?
Doing pretty good. Thanks for having me. It's been a while.
No, I mean, it's technically our first one.
This is the one that counts.
Yes,
Well, technically, I was part of their practice run, so
pilot episode.
I consider that my first appearance, even though it wasn't aired.
Secret episode.
But maybe if we get big enough, we'll reveal the secret files.
Yeah, there's some good stuff on that one.
Where you can't see half of the cast.
Yeah. There's,
Definitely went over a lot of stuff on that one.
yeah,
So.
this one is, hopefully it's more collaborative between all of us. It's
Yeah.
like more just Joel telling his
Like,
stories.
Pouring his heart out.
My life story.
Yeah. And then eventually became like secret relationship advice. That's not what we're trying to do on this episode. So it's just
Got
trying to be
too
like
deep.
a little bit more fun, lighthearted,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
of late, because I know I want to talk about it, is, and this is going to be the title of our podcast episode once we drop it, is you recently started getting into anime.
I did. I did.
Uh,
I never thought that I'd be someone that's into anime, but it actually kind of happened by accident. We were all just feeling nostalgic, so we were just playing old video games and stuff like that. And I had an old Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2 on my
Oh, yeah.
PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Classic game,
Yeah,
by
love
the
that
way.
game.
Yeah. There's nothing that can replicate that. But so I was just playing it, and then we just noticed that I was talking to Jason, and he was saying that he wanted to start from the beginning, the old Dragon Ball series from like 1986.
Yeah.
That we wanted to like go through the full run. So that's like what 500, 600 episodes, something
yeah,
like that.
it's like 150 Dragon Ball, like 350 or 60.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Z. So
Right, so like young Goku and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, bro, let's do it. Let's take this journey together. Like,
Dive
so
in.
then, yeah. So it's on Amazon Prime, so we downloaded that and then we started watching it. And then like I think 6 episodes in, we're like, what the hell is this? It's like nothing is happening.
yeah, because the original Dragon Ball, there's not too much like story continuity. It's just
Yeah.
kind of like a lot of one-off episodes.
Slice
and
of
more
life almost.
parts. Yeah,
Literally, yeah.
Comedy.
There wasn't
Yeah.
even that much fighting, if I
No.
remember.
Right, right.
It's just like a comedy and stuff.
It's
at
just
first.
Goku being a child and
It's very sexual. It's
Flashing.
very, it's very, very
Being-
sexual. It's
been
very
naked.
sexual.
I remember
then you
that.
get to see the wing walk out there. I'm just like, geez, this is a show for kids, man.
Hey,
Was the manga targeted for kids or was
Yeah.
it just
Yeah, it's
all
shonen,
audiences?
so it's like
Oh.
usually like
Yeah.
high school kids or younger.
actually, I was reading that in middle school one time.
Yeah.
And someone looked over my shoulder. They saw it like, what is that kid naked? It's like, no. He took the book from me, started showing it to the class.
It's just like,
He's like,
you see like the meme, but like the
yeah,
book,
he's
you know,
like,
he's
look what
holding
Dom's
it.
reading. What is this? This little kid's naked. I was like, no, it's
God.
Dragon Ball. It's about fighting.
This is the truth, you know. The gospel of Dragon Ball.
No, it's an action series.
Oh man.
And then also like one of the other main characters in the show is like Bulma.
Yeah.
And like they sexualize her for kids.
I know, for real.
I'm just like, what is going on? This is like,
Oh my god, but they overly did it with her. and
They
then,
went all in.
yeah, and then Master Roshi, don't even want to get me started on him, but
pervert.
God.
OG,
The
OG,
OG
pervert.
I mean, it would definitely be canceled if it was like aired now, within like a heartbeat. You know, you wouldn't even get
Yeah.
to see like or finish the episode. But
Different times.
Yeah, the
but,
80s.
but yeah, so we kind of stuck through like the first saga of it, which was like
First arc,
13.
yeah.
First arc, yeah. So 13 episodes. And I think like in 13 episodes, only 2 of them had like actual plot points. So then we're just like, oh my god, this is trash, and we got to go through 150 episodes of this to get to the good stuff because Dragon Ball Z is like where all the good stuff happens, and that's 300 episodes. So, but I guess we might get there eventually. But as of now, we decided to shift focus onto another episode,
Yeah.
another series that
Another
Jason
series.
got me into, Attack on Titan,
Which is good. 'cause
which
it-
is oh my god, it blew my mind. That was actually my very first like actual anime that I saw. And
What do you mean by that? Like, you don't count Dragon Balls?
I
one, or-
because it was more like just Dragon.
We're gonna get canceled. Yeah, especially when Toriyama just passed,
That's
man.
the
just
best time to like
yeah.
slander Dragon Ball.
Well, I mean, because that was part of like Cartoon Network back when I was a kid. So I was like, I didn't know if what anime was back then. I
was
just
the
thought
same
it was
way.
just regular Saturday morning
Just like
cartoons,
cartoons,
right?
yeah.
I mean, do you count Yu-Gi-Oh as an anime?
Yeah.
'Cause
I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
technically
Yeah,
it
it
is,
is.
but like when I was a kid, I was like, oh, this is just cartoons.
Yeah,
so
you
like,
know.
it is what it is.
It's doing
but-
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yep.
I actually never got into Pokemon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I always thought it was basic, but
The game is more fun
Yeah, it
than
is,
like the
yeah.
show.
What are you, a
That's true.
Digimon
In my
guy?
opinion, yeah.
Digimon's actually pretty good because you actually have like new cast instead of like having Ash, freaking MC, 15 years old, for like 25 years. I'm like, how does time go by?
It does. It goes backward.
Wait, is Beyblade anime or is that just like is
That's
that
anime.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Anime.
Yeah.
Okay. I
That
wasn't
one's
sure if
tough,
it was just
though.
like
I don't remember it.
kind of like an
Let it
American.
rip.
I remember that.
it's just the toys. That's like
Yeah,
everybody's.
I
Like,
remember the show at
yeah.
all. I remember the toys.
The toys were the best. But
Because you had like those Coliseum
Yeah.
type things, and they just like the blades duke it out in there,
They hit each other like
Yeah.
twice and they're done.
basically,
right.
or don't even hit each other
yeah,
at
they
all.
spin around the whole time.
yeah.
So it's pretty
Very
weird
true.
that they make a whole show and series
Yeah, for real.
warped around that, and then obviously it's better storytelling and
Yeah.
unrealistic compared to what it actually
Just
is.
shoot.
Yeah.
But I remember in like Yu-Gi-Oh, back especially in, like the original one, like they had like the dual disc. Like, you
Yeah,
put on
that
your
was the
head.
coolest thing
That
ever.
was super
It was
cool.
really cool. It
I
was.
always wanted one.
Yeah, I did too.
Never got it.
Yeah, but it was always about getting those platform dual
Yeah.
field things that you get with the deck. But even then, those always ripped apart and stuff like that. But I always felt like someone's got to invent the actual like holographic effect that it has. Like you play a card down and you can like see an image.
Yeah,
or
for
something
real.
like that, right?
Be super
I feel like there
The
is the
Vision
tech.
Pro.
Probably like VR or something.
Yeah,
like
I feel
that,
like there's got to be like some
Oh, yeah,
technology that
probably.
like lets it happen now. But
Because in the original they had like holographs, so they had like 4 points on the battlefield. And
Yeah.
they had those things like project
the actual
what was
yeah.
played.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So I mean, it's like that's super simple to do. So I think obviously you just have to like fine tune it to make the card.
So it knows which cards.
Yeah,
were.
it's
Right.
which right. But I think that's a lot more possible than like having it like a VR kind of
Yeah.
setup, and where
Yeah.
it gets a future like in like GX and 5Gs. where
Driving
it's
a
just-
motorcycle.
Yeah, where it's like they played and it's like spawns out of nowhere. You know, there's no logic to it. You know?
Just magic at that
Yeah.
point.
And then like in the later series, like the monsters end up just being real, like they're pets at the end of the day.
Oh, it was back in the day too, though.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah,
The
some of
later
them. Yeah, I
arcs.
guess some of them were.
And like the
right.
original Yu-Gi-Oh is like
Yeah.
based off the Egyptian
Gods,
Yeah.
mythology.
right?
It was-
Yeah.
wasn't because
Yeah.
like Yugi was the pharaoh, and that's why,
Yeah.
or it was like Yami, whatever is.
Something like that.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
yeah. So.
Atem, yeah. Oh my gosh, that's bringing back so many memories.
Nostalgia, man.
Yeah, I almost
Yeah.
forgot that he
Nostalgia.
was a character. So
Oh, you
Forgot
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Remember that craze that we had in like high school where we wanted to like start a club?
We did start. Well, we
Well, we
piggybacked off of another club. I think they're like the.
They're weird, but we'd make our own club from them, and we're normal at least.
I don't want to deal with those guys.
'cause,
we got a niche. All right, we're the elite of the.
We're just a Yu-Gi-Oh club, not an anime club.
We talked to a teacher about like starting a club or something, but
Orson, yeah,
yeah, he didn't think that it would be like big enough, so he just kind of combined it with like one of the other. I think it was like the gaming or like board game club or something.
yeah.
But a lot of
Board
people
game.
started like leaving like their games to like join us.
yeah,
and
that's
we had at
true.
least like 10 people like
That's
dueling
true.
and
We
stuff
did.
like
Sick.
that.
Yeah, it
So,
was pretty cool. Yeah, I wish we kind of kept that going, but
Yeah.
it is
Well,
what
some
it is.
places do that, like a lot of small like
Yeah.
card shops and game shops. They have like certain nights dedicated to like
Yeah.
Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh. So it's, and that's then you make a community based off that. And
They have it
and
at
that's how you get,
cons,
like
too.
Yeah.
good clientele based on that.
yeah.
That's usually how it is with like those small shops. You want to like build
Yeah,
like
community
a
around it.
community around your shop, especially if like something as niche as that.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I guess like one question that I kind of had for you guys is like, what got you guys into anime?
I don't know. I mean, I guess based on what we were originally saying earlier, like the Saturday mornings, and then also there was like Toonami, and then I didn't get really involved until like community college-ish.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Okay.
and then
Oh,
go ahead.
yeah, for me it was Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball?
Yeah, the original with Kid Goku.
Oh okay. Oh, so,
Right.
so you actually finished the series?
Yeah, I watched all 150 episodes.
Oh man.
shoot.
Oh, so are
Yeah.
you finished Z too?
Yeah,
GT everything?
not GT. I gave up at that point.
Oh, gave
All
up.
my friends were like, "This sucks. Don't watch it."
What about Super?
It's
Super,
not.
I
It's
did
not
not watch.
canon, right?
GT's no.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like I don't think Toriyama worked on GT.
Yeah.
could
Because
just
they
be
like
art.
Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah,
then,
that's the only
it's
cool thing I
just
like about GT. That
yeah.
looks cool.
Like it brings back like the tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan 4, is that like with the blue hair?
No, that's
No.
Ultra Instinct.
That's Ultra. Okay.
Super Saiyan 4 is like black hair and he has like the red like fur.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It looks super cool.
Yeah, then he has like the red like eyelines
Yeah.
or whatever underneath his.
Oh.
That's the best part of
Nice.
GT. Super
Yeah.
Saiyan 4.
Super
But I heard like
Saiyan
Super like basically excludes GT.
Yeah,
from
it just ignores it.
4. It didn't exist.
So Goku's coolest form is not Kant.
Yeah. Wait, is that next series, is that canon as well? or-
Super?
Super.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's canon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So GT was just kind of like a
One-off.
spin-off.
Yeah, just to
kind of-
keep it
okay.
going.
Yeah.
When was that though? When did you start though?
That was, I want to say, middle school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
you
you
guys
were
have
reading
been
the
friend-
manga.
You guys have been friends for years, but you've been into anime this whole time, and you just started during community college.
Well, getting really into it.
Okay.
And super into it.
Yeah, I mean, I just dabbled into like what was available on like Toonami or Saturday morning, like the Yu-Gi-Ohs
Okay.
and Pokemons were on Saturday morning. Then you had Naruto, One Piece,
Yeah.
Bleach,
Basically all the Shonen Jump stuff.
yeah, all the Shonen Jump stuff, basically.
Yeah.
On,
Actually, that's kind of how it was too.
yeah,
The big, really popular ones.
because I'd become like
deep into it.
no a pirate, looking on those unofficial sites.
Oh, that's how I watched Dragon Ball, actually.
Oh.
This was back in like YouTube where it'd be like part 1 of 3.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's how I
you
used to
have it
watch
like
it.
1/4 of like the screen,
Yeah,
just like
that's-
actually what it is.
That's how I watched Dragon Ball when I was younger.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So before all like the copyright shit, because
Yeah.
I used to go
Yeah,
to shady like
exactly.
anime websites.
Yeah,
all
you're
the
a pirate too then.
You were sailing the
years.
You were
seas.
sailing the sea.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like at that age, like we didn't really want to pay for it.
Yeah, you
And,
couldn't.
Yeah. So
Couldn't.
yeah.
But also, I don't think platforms like that were readily available because I don't know how big Crunchyroll
that
was
big.
exactly.
No, I think that just
Funimation
popped up, yeah.
and stuff like that. Funimation got really big of recent.
Yeah.
I watch everything on Funimation and like everything on English dub when
Like now,
I
when you first.
when I first started watching
So it
anime.
was a thing.
like
then.
really good quality. And,
Well, yeah,
Huh.
Funimation's
dub. Yeah.
legit.
Yeah.
I
guess
know it was a thing back then. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Around high school, I think it was something that popped up.
But nothing's free anymore. I think like Crunchyroll definitely not. I haven't checked Funimation.
No, they made it just
Yeah.
premium only because it
Oh,
used to
really?
be able to watch it, not being a member, and you
Yeah.
just had ads
Yeah.
basically. But if you had like ad block, you
That's
wouldn't
what I
get
did. That's how I
You
watched
wouldn't
Kill
get
or Kill when I saw
That's how you wouldn't get any
I watched the
ads.
Crunchyroll with the ad block.
Like
on
my
it.
my laptop would like flash like 2
Yeah,
times
exactly.
or whatever,
Yeah.
and then knowing that it telling me like, oh, it skipped these ads, and then I'm like playing it, I'm like, nice. and
That's what I would do too. They stopped it.
then just like, no, there's too
I was
many
like,
people
"Take it."
finessing, man.
You always got to ruin a good thing. Like literally.
And same thing with like Netflix now. It's
Yeah.
basically they're making tiers, which is stupid.
Oh,
All the like the ad free.
ad free, the ads,
And then the screens too. It's like only 2 at a time or 4
and then you
at
can't
a
share
time.
accounts too
Yeah.
on different like
Yeah.
what's it, Wi-Fi's or households or
Right.
Like
whatever
that,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
They track all that now.
Right. With the IP address and stuff like that. Then how about Brian? To Joel's question.
yeah, your first anime.
No, when did
Or-
you start?
yeah,
when
when
did you
you
get
start.
into it?
I kind of dabbled in like Dragon Ball Z, like Yu-Gi-Oh, like back in the day, but then it was around I think like middle of high school when I started watching anime. And how I actually started was well, like all of my friends watched anime or read manga, and I was always like, I always thought it was kind of weird, and I kind of like judged it, so I didn't really.
It was weird.
Yeah, especially back then.
It
yeah.
wasn't accepted until like when we were in community college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, when Attack on Titan blew up.
Yeah.
But I kind of like gave it a shot because like there's no way like my friends could like it this much. So like one time I was at the library with my family and they were just kind of like, I don't know, just using the computers, and I decided to check out like the manga section of the library, and the first manga I read was called like Mahou Sensei Negima or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, another one.
Oh, you've
Okay.
watched it? Or like
No, I've
read
heard of
or
it, but
whatever?
I've never read it.
Yeah.
What's it about? Like,
It's
if
like
you were to
a-
describe it.
It's like a child genius who becomes like a professor at an all-girls school.
Of
So,
course.
you know where that's kind of going. I thought it was pretty funny, and then I watched the anime, and it was actually a lot better than the manga. So from there, like,
And why would you say that? Why would you say the anime was better than the manga? Because of
Everything's more animated, like music.
well, of course, that's more, it's an anime.
Anime's animated.
My God,
I prefer like the layout of a show than like reading things because everything's played out.
I get that.
yeah, because
I
there's
get
a
that.
visualization
Yeah.
aspect of it all.
was
Sometimes
like-
it's hard to see what
Yeah.
everything is. The detail wise, depending on the mangaka.
I really like the
detailed.
artwork. The storyline was really good. It was like a good romance anime. And I actually started watching romance anime. Like those were the first ones I've watched before like diving into
Other genres.
yeah, action. I watched a live horror like back in my anime prime.
Prime.
So-
You fell off. Sounds like
fell
someone
off.
on that one
Yeah.
podcast we watched.
Fell off.
Yeah. Yeah, I've dabbled into like a lot of different animes, like anywhere from the 90s to like the mid 2010s. I haven't watched a lot of anime recently.
Because you said you fell off.
Yeah, just college kind of happened.
Yeah.
And then
That's
I
kind of
just-
ironic
yeah.
because usually college is when you have the most free time.
yeah.
Unless you like did other things.
Well,
to
I have a
keep
million
yourself busy.
hobbies, so it's like
Oh,
anime
big
is like a
flex.
time commitment.
Oh,
you know,
million
It's not a
hobbies.
priority anymore.
Also, I prefer to watch everything subtitle, but I like
There's
to like
nothing wrong with that.
multitask while doing stuff. So, because I really don't like dubs.
So I guess that
anymore.
means you got to learn Japanese.
learn Japanese.
Oh
I
man,
would love to.
I would
There's,
too, actually.
no, that'd be super cool to
Yeah,
learn that.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is hard. Yeah, it's one of the hardest ones to.
Well, we got a friend that's just using like Duolingo, and he's doing pretty well.
Really?
Like he's at least conversational.
Oh, okay.
So,
How
That should be
many
enough.
months were they doing it
he's
for?
been doing it for like a year and a half. So,
You're not-
Okay.
Oh, okay.
yeah, but he's dedicated, just like every day for an hour. Like
Good stuff.
it's just like a good habit to do.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but I definitely want to learn Japanese someday. I want to kind of like brush up on like Filipino, like Tagalog as well. Other than that, I'm not really like interested in any other languages.
For sure.
Yeah,
But that's how you get better at stuff is just the repetition.
Yeah.
Like, just making good habits, just doing something, and which is super hard to do. That's why it's like the saying goes like, bad habits die hard because
For
it's
real.
so hard to change those bad habits, like eating junk food, eating clean, going to the gym, waking up early,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Habits are hard.
yeah.
I think I read a study somewhere saying that like to break a bad habit, you gotta like stop doing it for 72 hours, and then like your brain starts to get the idea that okay, this is maybe not the right way of doing it. But I don't know if that's like confirmed or not. It's just something that I read.
Okay.
But yes, I guess that's like
He
the
just made it
first
thus.
Only 72 hours.
Yeah, I think
like
it's
it's
too
like
short.
That sounds really
it's
short.
Like
That sounds
a
like, wow.
first step that I heard,
Yeah.
but
Does that count sleep as well, or is it like 72 hours of like being awake?
I think like being awake,
Okay,
which is
so it's not 3 days. It's like
spread out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because if you're
It's
awake
not
for like
3 days
16 hours a day.
continuously,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
that's tough, right?
and that still sounds like I made it the
yeah, it's like 6 days. I think. Something like
Kevin,
that. I
check
don't know.
that. How long does it take to
Break a habit.
break a bad habit?
Oh.
Break my spending habits.
Unlock me and you.
Buy new figurine.
Oh gosh, I feel like I'm gonna be way off on this one, but we'll find out.
Start buying figurines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it was actually kind of fun because setting up the one that Jason brought in
Oh,
the
yeah,
other day,
yeah,
that
the
was
York.
actually kind of cool. It was very satisfying, kind of like building a
Yeah.
Lego.
Oh,
But
like Gundams.
Yeah.
That one,
Yeah.
like these big mechas.
But those are like tiny pieces.
That's
though.
true,
They're
though.
like Legos.
They have actual anime Legos too, right?
I haven't seen any.
I think so.
I'd
think
imagine
so.
they would.
I would, yeah.
Just licensing.
Well, when we went to that
Lego
shop,
line?
it didn't have any. In
Oh.
Mitsuwa,
Oh.
yeah, when we went there,
Oh, did you
But
guys
that's
go
not
to
their
the?
niche, though.
Yeah,
There's like a
there's-
manga shop over there. Did you guys go there?
Yeah, that's
we
what
did.
it is.
Yeah, that's where we
Okay.
went. We saw a lot of the figurines and stuff.
Kino
But
Kuni.
Oh, they
Yeah.
have figurines there now.
Yeah.
I just, I,
60.
Oh,
that sounds
Jesus.
right. That sounds right. 66 days.
okay, way off.
Maybe you got the hours and days mixed
Maybe,
up.
yeah.
72 days.
72
I was- that
days,
sounds
yeah.
like a.
Maybe
it's
that's
like
what it
stopping
is.
smoking only.
I would say
takes
that'd be really
30
easy.
days.
Yeah,
like, bro, bruh.
Hey,
60
I
for 2
tried.
months.
I tried.
I made it out.
It's the effort that counts. Relapses happen. Like, come on,
I
Yeah.
went
it's
3
part
days.
of life. Come on, man.
And then he.
What if you have like an anime addiction? Just 66 days, just no anime.
I don't think that's ever gonna change, man.
Yeah, rip.
It's kind of just like Netflix and chill. Like that's like such a hard thing to get out of too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially there's new content that's always getting made. Like so I don't like anything that's out now, but say the next like season or whatever of like documentaries, shows, series, whatever it is, airs or movies on like Netflix, for example, and then those things might pique your interest. So it's just maybe more of a seasonal thing or like based on your interest.
And it's one of the cool things about anime that I, recently found out is that like there's something for everybody. It's not just like one genre. It's like, because that was like a misconception that I always had and why I didn't get into it, because I thought, okay, you have to be like a certain type of person to want to do this or want to read this or stuff. But
Built for action series.
Yeah, literally. And I'm like more of like the action thriller, suspense, all that good stuff. But there's literally that. There's romance. There's comedy.
There's
Or-
everything
There's
in one
everything,
anime.
Yeah, which
I think
Sometimes
like
all
a
in one
movie-
anime too.
Yeah.
Just,
and it's
you
like
know.
catered more to like the older audiences and not just like for kids, which was another reason why I kind of got hooked on the show, and I spoiled it myself. So,
no, that's right.
but I definitely want to see, because like the plot points, like the way they structure their story, it's like everything is so intentional. So like it's really really great for the writers. Coming up with the ideas and
Well, as
putting it
long as
all
they have like
together.
a vision. Some of
Yeah.
them don't. They
Some
kind of
get
like make it up.
aimless.
Yeah.
Like what would you consider like a bad anime? I mean, Dragon Ball, obviously, but
Dang, he's just going in.
I'm
All right,
kidding.
you have to kick
I
him
like
off
the
now.
characters.
All right,
I
this
like the
sounds good.
characters. On the record, the
Yeah.
characters kind of like they're everything. But come on, like the
No,
story.
early
actually,
work.
Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Z. Akira Toriyama actually like would forget like
Yeah.
characters. So
You forget his details
yeah,
and
he
plots.
forget the details and plot lines.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
he's like, oh, why is this one character not in the series? He'd be like, oh yeah, I just forgot about it.
Yeah, when he was working in the movie, I think he drew like Android 18 with purple hair or something.
Oh,
His assistant was like, "No, she's
Yeah.
blonde. What are you doing?"
oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like other ones, but most of them like I usually read or watch or read like the upper echelon, like the ones that people recommend. But sometimes read like really bad ones or watch really bad.
I'm trying to think of a
ones.
really bad anime.
There isn't one.
No, there's
No,
definitely
there's a lot.
I'm just trying
Yeah.
to think what's the worst I've seen.
What was your best first few animes? Like your favorite from like the first few animes you've
Like
watched?
blew my mind when I first watched them.
Yeah.
What's first though? Your best first?
That's
new?
like, yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
confusing.
No, like from like the first few animes you've watched, like which one like grabbed your attention?
Cowboy Bebop really like
That
Ooh.
one's
to me.
that one's good.
That one's a pretty old one, right?
Yeah, it's like
like
90s.
90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a timeless classic. It's so ahead of its time. with
Yeah.
That one.
Is it actually about cowboys?
No.
Okay.
It's like Space Cowboys.
Space bounty
But there's like
hunters,
Space
kinda.
Bounty Hunters, yeah.
It's really good though.
That one's like an action one. Right?
It's crazy
Yeah.
It's
because
action.
when the Netflix series
Uh-oh.
came out,
Oh,
that
now we're
just
going
kinda,
live
like,
action now.
That just kind of like I was like, wait, this is what anime is? But
And you're just like,
I don't know, but
But when you do live action, not everything you could like replicate 1-to-1, which makes it really difficult. So it's
Yeah.
like an anomaly having like the One Piece live action. Actually, I haven't watched it, but
It's
the reviews
decent.
is
right.
a lot better than
Yeah.
you would expect with a live action. So I tip my hat off to them because it's just like with that power system and the world building,
Yeah,
it's just
especially
like,
with
it's
One
gonna
Piece.
get a lot harder. Like the following arcs, which they somehow plan to do. So
I think Attack on Titan had a live action like movie,
Yeah,
right?
it-
Was it?
Oh wait, it did?
Did it? Was it good? Like, did it?
I never saw it. I don't
I
think
never
it was.
saw it. I haven't seen any live actions. I think I saw like the Full Metal Alchemist one.
I fell asleep.
I watched like the
Oh.
first like couple of minutes of it, and I'm like the I don't know if you guys watch it, but like Alphonse, he like becomes a giant like robot
Yeah.
suit,
Yeah.
and it just looks like really janky and like hard to move, so it didn't look.
Yeah,
too-
CGI was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about anime. Like concepts that you can't really do in like live action, like you can animate it
Yeah.
like pretty easily.
Well, I
So you
don't
can
know
really push a lot of
easily.
I
boundaries.
know.
Some of these people are like, especially for the quality.
Not
you're
easily. I
getting-
mean, just like it's you could show things that you can't really.
Doable.
Yeah. Yeah, you can push more boundaries that you can't really do in like live action, like realistic
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's more fantasy, you know.
just depends on the world. Then because you have like other genres like slice of life, which are just like people like us, for example.
Yeah,
like,
it's just a drama.
yeah, just give
basically.
like living day to day lives and just the stupidity that happens in day to day lives, and those are
regular
always like
life.
kind of like cute and wholesome and funny. So,
Oh yeah.
And then like that like leads into like you watch your first animated
I
movie.
I did.
Spy
Right,
X
yeah.
Family.
Yeah.
Code White.
Great movie. It was definitely. It's like you said. It's like a slice of life. So you, watching it is just like every day at the office or everyday life. So you can connect a lot with the characters.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the little girl by far, like my favorite character. Yeah.
Is it a prequel to the anime series?
No, it's like a one-off
yeah.
standalone.
Standalone.
Yeah,
Okay.
but maybe they'll implement it. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Canon.
Yeah, make some of the events that happen canon. Because that's what some of One Piece film read. They're like implementing
right,
some
yeah,
of
you
that
did.
stuff into the canon. So maybe with Spy X Family. So
All right, Joel, when you started in One Piece.
Oh yeah, I guess that's because that's like one of the longest running animes, right?
1,000 episodes or
1,000
something.
episodes
Yeah.
plus.
Wait, is that the actual longest one?
Yeah.
Or,
Oh,
is
not
it-
longest. I don't. There's some like older.
Isn't
Oh, really?
I don't know if they're, like,
Detective
continu-
Conan's pretty long?
That's
That's
pretty long,
very
too.
long.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it longer than One Piece? I don't
Manga
think so.
is. I don't know about the anime.
When was One Piece? Like 80?
97.
Oh,
97 it made started, then animation was 99 or 2000.
I think
Okay.
Conan was in the 80s,
Yeah, yeah.
But it just
Yeah.
like they didn't release as many episodes as One Piece because One Piece is just like every week and
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's crazy they do that animation style weekly because now like the new style is having them seasonally because they once you catch up because back in the like 2000s 2010s like the big three of the day was like Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece, and like they had their shows go on weekly, but they'd get so close to the manga what they're adapting into animation, so they'd have to make filler arcs. But now since they're doing seasonally, when they get too close to the content they're adapting, the manga or light novels, they would just cut it off, and then when there'd be more content available once like a year or two passes, and then they could adapt more anime.
So like when you mean like seasonally, like how long is the gap? Is it like 6 months or like a year?
It depends. I mean, it takes a while
Series.
for based on the content available in the animation studio that like picks it up.
That picks up the schedule. Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Some of them are like a couple years. Some of them are. Some of them like do like cores, which is like 2 parts, but it's like 2 different
Goofy.
seasons. It's so dumb,
yeah,
stupid.
might as
The
well just
logic.
make it a.
Yeah, pick a season.
Yeah,
Because I think Attack on Titan each season was like 4 years apart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long
and
way.
then Attack on Titan's like the naming conventions got so stupid. It
I
was
was
like
gonna say.
the final season part 1, and then that was like an episode thing, and then it was like the final season or a couple episodes, and part 2 a couple episodes thing. And then they did the specials, but those were in parts. So it's like the final season, part 3 of part 1 of the special.
You're just like,
And then it
what?
was like the final season, part 3, part 2 of the special. Just like what?
All these different parts. just do final season.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Or just don't put the final
Yeah.
on, but it's
Season
not
4.
really the final.
Season 4, season 5.
Exactly.
That easy.
Yeah.
But they're probably just trying to like keep it going as long as they
Yeah.
can too.
But that was like a money maker for because there's like
Yeah.
Shueisha and then there's Kodansha. So Kodansha was like the one that had Attack on Titan, so that was like their money makers because like everything else in Shueisha is like One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, all like those big hits. So like that was like their their jackpot, their golden cow. So like they didn't want to like let it die off. Yeah. So they're
Understandable.
so like the writer, their mangaka is like, oh, there might possibly be like a new like spin-off or
Yeah.
something of Attack on Titan. So we'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah.
But I also have now like Blue Lock on Kodansha, like a sports soccer anime, which is really good. I like it a lot. I've been talking to like Dom about it a lot. I'd recommend it to anyone because it's like it turns like the concept of team sports on its head. It's because everyone's like, oh, you got to like pass your teammates, make everyone better, like as a team. It's like basically this thing is like you're not as good as your strongest, or you're only as good as your weakest link, type stuff. But this one's just like, no, I have to be selfish and like care about myself in order to like be, because like the concept is you want like Japan wants to create the greatest striker, so in order to become the greatest striker, you have to have this like thing called the ego or being egoist and only care about yourself and trying to like push
Enhance
yourself above your peers because everyone's vying for that same goal. So
Yeah.
I'd recommend it if you guys get around to it. It's probably one, my opinion, the best sports series that's out right now.
Okay.
They have sports series for like everything too, like swimming, basketball.
Yeah, they're free for
volleyball.
swimming.
Yeah.
Basketball, they have Ahiro Sora, Slam Dunk, and Crocodile Basket.
Yeah, that's the one I've heard.
And then or Kuroko is basketball. That's what they call it. And then volleyball, they have haiku, as you're saying. Then soccer, they have blue lock and awashi. What
They
else
even
is
have like boxing, like Hajime no
Hajime
Ippo.
Ippo, and then
Yeah.
Something Joe.
Oh,
Aita no Joe.
Like Ashita no Joe.
Ashita no Joe. Yeah, that's it.
Is that a newer one or what?
That's a
That's a
old
pretty
one.
old one. Yeah.
Well, manga's from the 60s.
Oh, gotcha.
No, they're adapting it because I don't think they did like 2 seasons of that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Manga's not that long.
Okay. And then what else is out there? They have golf, tennis, like Prince
They
of
have
Tennis.
Yeah,
golf.
there's a golf one.
There's a golf one. I forgot
Is
what it's
it
called.
good? Like,
I haven't seen it.
I forgot what it's called though. I know they made it an anime original. It's like Birdie something. I don't know.
Hmm,
Let me search it up.
yeah.
Let's see.
I don't know why, but I was just thinking about when I think I showed you guys the videos of DJ Khaled playing golf.
Do this.
Oh
It's
my
just, like,
gosh.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
I'm just so curious to see like what goes on in his head. Like,
I'm pretty sure half of them were
You're the
edited, but
best.
She said the whole time.
like
It's
he,
Birdie Wing. Birdie
Birdie
Wing
Wing.
is the golf.
he hits the ball and it
original.
hits a bird and just like falls down the background. It's so funny.
Well, it's edited, but yeah.
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 Let's see, golf. Anime. There's this other one I was thinking about. Yeah, that's Birdie Wing,
Okay.
Ooh, is there like a badminton one?
Probably.
probably. They have a ping pong one. It's called ping pong.
Yeah, it's just ping pong the animation.
Yeah.
That's a good one, though.
No, I tried watching. I just didn't like because it's old and
I like the art style.
like the ball kind of like the frames or whatever. Like it just kind of like jumps. It's not
Yeah,
smooth because
super
it's so
wobbly.
Old. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Kind of that guy's style. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Because who was it that made that? I can't remember. I could,
Saki Yuasa?
I could just check it too.
I feel like I pronounced his name wrong.
Yeah. Now I'm huge into like table tennis and ping pong and stuff, and I heard the storyline's really good, but I need like the scenes, the game scenes have to be like better. So if they like reanimated it, then maybe I would have been like more into it.
Kind of his style.
Yeah.
It's kind of messy style with his stuff.
Yeah, Taiyo Matsumoto.
Mm.
Illustrated by him.
That's the manga, or is that the...
Yeah, it's written by Taiyo Matsumoto. Yeah.
I think the director's like Masaki Yuasa is his name?
Yeah, Masaki Yuasa
Okay, yeah.
is the director. I was talking about the writer. Because I feel like he did other works too, but I can't think of what he did. Those works. Yeah, ping pong. Oh, number 5 he did. Yeah, that one's like I haven't read it, but it's like
I saw it
Just
yesterday,
became-
actually. Yeah.
got it published physically in manga form. So, but yeah, there's a lot of genres out there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
just for sports
Just
alone.
sports, yeah.
Or just- so
Jump into a manga at some point.
Yeah, I might. I'm honestly like not that big of a reader.
Okay.
I like seeing and like watching stuff, but
but the thing with this is, if you want to read the best series manga-wise of all time,
Oh, yeah.
Berserk, you have to read it in manga because there's
Berserk.
not a good anime.
No good anime.
Yeah,
really,
That's the one that's like super like gory. It's like a war kind of.
Like a dark fantasy.
it's a dark fantasy.
Okay.
I remember
It
seeing,
is gory though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember walking through
Oh, I
and
think
like
I'm-
seeing them on the shelf,
Yeah.
but they're like thick,
Yeah, they're
thick
huge.
books.
Well,
Yeah,
those are the
thick
deluxe.
books.
Those
I
are
Yeah.
think I was
deluxe one.
confusing it with Gantz.
Oh,
No.
Gantz.
That's
Gantz is
also
super-
super violent, right?
yeah.
Yeah, super violent. I read the manga. A lot of fan service, like the first like 100, 150 chapters.
Yeah.
150 chapters.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, manga
Yeah.
are long.
Okay.
Because that one was I think like 370, but it went by really fast. I read it in like 2 or 3 days. All
Oh.
37 volumes.
Right.
So
Yeah. Have you guys ever watched Grave of the Fireflies?
Grave of the
It's
Fireflies.
it's a Ghibli movie. I have not.
Yeah. No, that one was like it won a lot of awards. Like the basic premise of the story is like it shows like the bombing of like
Yeah.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki from the Japanese perspective.
Mm.
And you follow like, the perspective of like a little boy and his like little sister, and it's like one of the saddest movies you could ever
That's
watch.
why I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
I just know it's
Ready to
super
break
sad. I was
down.
like,
I didn't cry when I watched it, but I could see a lot of
Damn.
people who
I
were,
Oh man.
I know I
Dang,
didn't-
he's soulless. man.
Oh
dude, yeah,
man.
just no emotions.
I know I'd cry.
No feelings.
That's why I'm saving it for like
Yeah.
a day where I feel like crying today, and I'll watch it.
Yeah, there's some really emotional ones I cried at because there's this one called A Silent Voice.
I was gonna say that one. Yeah.
I fucking cried during that one. Like it was about a guy that bullied a deaf girl, and so he like like she like ripped off her hearing aids, stuff like that. Threw it in the pond, and then eventually, since all the bullying happened, she wanted to eventually like commit suicide. And like the boy tried to like become friends with her and like look out for her and learn like sign language and all these like steps to help her out to like live easier. But I mean, it was a tough thing.
So he changed the perspective. Like, was there like a big event that happened?
I don't think there was like a.
He just,
No, actually, he was a bully of her, but then she moved away.
Okay.
Then like his friends or whatever weren't really his friends and started bullying him. So like he got like a full circle
relates
moment.
to her,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I've seen like scenes of that in like music videos of like songs I've been like listening to. But
I like one of their
yeah.
songs. It's called Lit. Actually, it's just called Lit. LIT. It's really good.
Yeah, that one is that one long? That one sounds interesting.
Isn't
It's
it
like
a movie?
two
It's
hours.
just a movie.
And 10
Oh, it's just a
minutes?
standalone movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
There's a
2
manga
hours.
too that's longer.
Oh, gotcha.
Is it longer? It's like 7 volumes. I have it.
Oh, yeah?
I haven't read it, but because I watched the movie.
I think it has more than the movie or something like that.
Oh, does it? But it's movie's really long
Yeah.
though. It's really good. Really,
2.5 hours.
Really emotional though. You might get some tissues ready.
Crying.
Yeah.
Crying.
Soulless. Oh man.
Just watching this.
They're just
I want to watch
laughing.
some like psychological horror anime films. I'm trying to think of like the names.
Probably Junji Ito stuff would be good. I think Uzumaki is getting
Do you have any like good
it's like the
adaptations?
spirals or whatever.
Yeah. I forgot the name of one, but it's one where like there's this one girl who's like an idol, but she has like
Oh, Perfect Blue.
Oshinoka.
yeah. That's,
Oh,
I want to
boy.
watch that. I've seen like snippets of it.
Yeah, it's really good.
It
I have
looks
to watch that
freaky.
one. That's on my plan to watch list. Is
We should watch it together. Just do
Oh man, look at
Joel,
you.
you want to join us too?
It's a good movie.
Make it a boys' night, movie night.
no, I heard it's like ridiculously creepy.
Ridiculously creepy.
And there's
Who,
a lot
who's
of
that? Like Satoshi Kon or
plot
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that?
It's a cool
Yeah.
movie. I think it's his second movie.
I already made a lot of good ones.
what's the other one that he made?
He made. There's Paprika.
There's another one.
There's also a Christmas one.
Is it like a psychological horror?
No,
Christmas one?
it's the
crazy.
happiest movie. What was
Oh,
it called?
Here, let me see.
Tokyo Godfathers. That's a Christmas one.
okay.
There's Millennium Actress.
That's the one.
Yeah,
that's
that's a
the
good
one I
one,
was
too.
thinking of. Yeah.
That's not really horror either. It's just a drama kind of.
Yeah. I don't know what good horror.
There's not a lot of horror.
Movies or anime?
Well, no, like animated
Anime.
movies
Yeah.
or series. I can't think of too many.
Oh, I have some in a
There's like
list.
dark, but it's not like really like horror,
Yeah.
like scary. It's just like a lot of gore and
Like
guts.
Helsing or something, but it's not really
Yeah.
scary. That's just
Yeah.
killing vampires and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if you were to like choose, okay, today I want to, I'm free. Like, what kind of genre would you go for?
Horror.
Horror? Yeah.
Just because
Because doesn't phase you.
Whatever.
Anything?
I'm open for
I don't know,
whatever.
I'm into like the like morbid content. So,
Yikes.
yeah.
No, but like I like things that kind of make you like think about stuff
Yeah.
outside of the actual
Oh, like philosophical.
that or
Or like a
like
suspense.
yeah,
thriller.
or like
usually a lot
something-
of how, especially like series, they format it where like it's a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Like, you got to tune in for the next episode
right,
to know
right,
the answer.
yeah.
or-
I love
which
love
they don't
those.
answer.
You were really like Monster.
Monster's
Monster?
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
That's a good psychological.
So you
one.
like slice of life, psychological.
Something that you can relate to, but something that you gotta like think about or like like
Yeah.
foreshadow or
Has
whatever.
Jason
it is.
talked to you about Welcome to the NHK?
No, I haven't.
It's like
gotta
about
watch
It's
have
like
you
a-
watched
it's
it?
a
I heard of
hikikomori.
it.
It's a hikikomori.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard
So
of
like
it.
he's like a shut-in basically. Like he I think he dropped out of college. He kind of like gave up on like his dreams.
He's living off his parent. Like he has his own apartment, but his parents are paying for his apartment, and he's
Yeah.
too scared to go out. That's basically what it is. Like Bryan said, a shut in.
Yeah.
He's too scared to like.
And then he meets like a
Risk.
girl that she has her own like mental issues, but he kind of like confides in her, and then like you kind of see like their experiences with like I think there's one arc where they join like a multi-level marketing scheme, and you see like all the shit that goes on with that. There's also like
Is that like a movie or like a series?
it's like a 12-episode series, but
I read the manga.
yeah,
I have
it gets
that.
kind of
Oh,
dark.
yeah.
It's kind of dark.
Manga
It's kind of
library.
relatable.
My
but
library,
it's-
put it,
it's
check
like
it out.
It's like it's like the best like slice of life anime that I've seen. Just because like at the time I was watching it, I really related to the guy, and I feel like everyone kind of has like that period in their life.
Like emptiness, alone. Well,
yeah.
But also, it's like his own fault or not. But it's also I don't know, maybe the fear of something though to make him like
Yeah.
I showed
want
him.
it. Right.
I forgot what caused them to be that way, but they kind of reveal it like near the end. But there's just a lot of relatable stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would like more like miniseries or like
Yeah.
standalone films, because I the problem I had with
Dragon Ball.
that and then the other ones is that sometimes I just look things up because I'm so intrigued,
Yeah.
but then I end up ruining it
Spoiling
myself.
it.
You know, so like if it's like okay, you know, from beginning to end,
Yeah.
you can kind of get to the point. Like,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like even like prolonging it, there's like a beauty to that too, because you get to develop the characters a little
yeah.
bit more
Time
and
for
stuff like
Yeah.
that, and the plot development and everything like
Yeah.
that. For me, like I don't think I'm patient enough to like go through.
I need it now.
That's like why like I'm kind of like I don't know if I should start One Piece or not, because I
You
feel like
should
I'm
read
gonna
the manga
Okay.
because you read a lot faster than you watch. Unless you watch it on like 2 timers. Those psychos
Times
out there.
4.
Yeah, the psychos out there that just do that.
Yeah, just do that.
Not really enjoying it, but I mean, for
Right.
time's sake, you're
Yeah.
being efficient with your time.
True.
But yeah, you could probably knock out, depending what the journey is. Because I read this one manga called Kingdom. It's like 700 chapters, and I read it in like 2-3 weeks. I was like super dedicated. I like read one day. I like read like 100 chapters. I was like, I'm
Oh,
about to
hard.
finish this. I was
There you
going hard
go.
at the
Yeah,
pace.
You don't have to like buy the physical manga either. You could just read online like what everyone else does. Yeah. There was one anime that did make me cry. Believe it or not.
Oh, we gotta hear this.
No, but
is
this
it?
one was actually like pretty relatable. Have you ever heard of Anohana?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah. So like the basic like premise of the story is there's like a group of friends and like one of them like dies and like their friend group kind of they drift apart
Yeah.
over the years. They reconnect like a few years later and they kind of like think about like the old memories. And the thing is like I related to that because I did have a childhood friend who died. Our friend group didn't like necessarily fall apart or anything, but just kind of like
There's some similarities to
Yeah.
it. or
because they
parallels.
really dig deep into like what happened to the person who passed away, and like the person who passed away kind of comes back in like ghost form, and they can see everything that's going on, but they can't see them, and it's I don't know, it's just really like it hits hard. So yeah,
especially if you have the connection like that.
even if you don't, like it's just
Yeah, it
I'd
got
have
me.
to see it.
I still
then.
cried.
yeah.
Another one that I cried at was Violet Evergarden. Have you guys
I still haven't
watched
seen
it?
that
Oh, it's I
Is
freaking
it a
cried.
movie or a?
There's a movie of it, but it's so you have to watch the 12 episode series first, and then there's a movie after that. So I watched the 12 episode. I didn't cry on those ones, but I watched the movie and I freaking like broke down like 3 times, dude.
Oh my
I was
God.
like,
Oh
Jesus.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it rewatchable or is it just like?
Oh, it's
too much-
rewatchable.
Okay,
You can
it's like too
rewatch
much
it.
pain. I can't go through that again.
I recommended it to one of my friends, and he was like crying like during the 12 episode series. He like cried during like every episode. He said, and then someone on my Discord recommended it to me. And he's like, "Yeah, I cried on like almost every episode too." I was like, "Jeez."
Oh man.
And it's rated pretty good on like my anime list too. So
Okay.
I was like,
Okay. That's still a thing. Like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Man, I wonder what I cry at then.
You gotta find
I gotta
out.
find out. I
First
just gotta
crying anime.
keep watching and wait for
But
that moment.
you prefer 12 episode series?
I prefer like standalone films or like miniseries.
Okay.
Those are pretty
But
hard though, as
it's
you were
hard,
saying though,
yeah.
because you want to have a fleshed out story as well as
Yeah.
a cast.
True.
Because then there's no depth and it's pretty shallow, so it's not as it doesn't hit as much because of that lack of
Yeah.
investment in the series.
You won't cry.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you watch, but yes.
Don't
Every
cry in
series,
there.
like, I'm gonna cry during this one for sure.
This is it, boys. We're crying tonight.
I just want to cry once. Come on, man.
Just make like a
make it
YouTube
happen.
channel, just like series 1. Do I cry? Like, finish it, just like series 2.
Nope, didn't cry next video.
Yeah, it's part of my review. Like that's how I rate a series, if it makes me cry or not.
Right.
You know?
I wonder if there's any like websites where you can search up like topics that you want to see in an anime and it spits out like anime that would.
That'll
Fit
do
it.
it. Like
It's called Google.
I used to use like Yahoo Answers to
Oh my
find.
god.
Yahoo answers.
Yeah, that's how I found like anime before,
Oh,
like
man.
anime recommendations based off of like anime that I've watched before.
Yeah.
That's also where I learned to not watch the anime School Days. So don't watch it.
School days.
Yeah, don't watch it.
Oh, that one's
Okay.
weird.
Yeah, I don't know what that one is.
It's supposed to
I don't
be-
know about weird.
It's
It's
just
like
the ending that gets like, what the fuck?
it. like the anime opening seems kind of like innocent, but then like it gets really
Yeah.
dark really fast, and like the ending, like they couldn't air it in Japan like the day that it came out, so they had to have it in theaters, and you had to show your ID because it was like rated
Super
R.
gory at the end.
Yeah,
It goes from like
Yeah.
slice of life to like super violent for no reason.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It kind of
Out of-
intrigued me, but yeah, it was kind of
Just out of
like,
nowhere.
Yeah.
So like there was no like it's like so out of pocket it even makes
Yeah.
sense.
It starts off like PG, and then it
Yeah.
gets like PG-13. Like it just keeps getting
regular
worse and
romance.
worse.
the
Yeah.
scaling just
Yeah.
goes.
It goes,
Yeah.
"Shoo."
Romance gone bad.
Yeah. Basically, that one is like there's like a it's like a high school kind of anime, and there's like this guy who's kind of shy, and he falls in love with the girl that is on his like same bus going to school. But
okay.
he's kind of too shy to talk to her, so he ends up befriending a girl who looks very like similar to her.
Oh.
Yeah, and he asks her like, "Oh, can you like help set me up with this girl?" And
That's my twin sister or something like that.
like she succeeds in getting them to date, and then he asks her like, how can I repay you for all this? And then I think like they end up, I think she kisses him or something like that, and then the drama just goes like from there, and it's like at
Don't
first
spoil
it's-
too much.
yeah. That's
Yeah, you
all
pretty
from
much-
one episode.
Oh
though.
really?
Oh,
Wow.
that's the
That's
first
a lot that happened.
That's the one episode, yeah. But it's a really good like slice of life romance drama. There's comedy, but it just all goes downhill like all at once. And
last
it's like, oh my
episode.
god,
How long?
long-
How long
yeah.
is that? How long is that
That's
one?
this question.
12
was gonna-
episodes.
12 episodes. Okay.
Yeah, I watched like it only took me 3 hours,
Like 20-minute
4 hours
episodes?
to watch.
That's like 4 hours just normally.
Yeah, I remember I was in like an anime group chat when I was in high school, and I told everybody like I just watched this, don't watch this. And,
Usually when you say that, people are gonna watch
Yeah,
that.
especially in high school.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
I'm
like
really
the
intrigued
leader
now.
of the group was just like, dude, you're being a pussy. It's not even that bad. He watched the first 3 episodes and he's like, bro, this isn't even bad. You're just like tripping or whatever. And then he got to like episode 11. He's like, Bryan, why would you make me watch this? And then everyone else started watching it. And then one guy was just like, bro, like one of the episodes like triggered some like PTSD, and I was just fucking in the corner, just like, yeah. And I'm like, oh god. And,
What have you done?
yeah. And then it's gonna make you want to watch it more because
I'm actually really
Yeah.
wanting to watch it
because
now.
now, like, he watched it, and then the other friends were just like, okay, we're curious. So we all, like, finished the series, and we spent, like, a couple days just, like, talking about it, like, in a group chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, but then when you don't want to look up spoilers because, like, this one will actually blow your mind.
So it's like, yeah, completely unexpected
just-
based off of what you're.
I don't
yeah.
know.
Not, not just that, they just push boundaries that I just didn't think they would.
All in that one last episode, though? Or, like, was it kind of like there were some clues here and there?
There were some clues, but I didn't think they would go this far. But if you play the video game,
Yeah, it's a visual novel.
yeah,
There's a video game too.
Yeah, it's a visual novel
visual
first.
novel. So like basically there's a storyline and it's like choose your own adventure, and it's your normal like rom-com kind of
Vibe
video
to
game.
start.
Right.
But if you get the bad ending, then that's why like the
That's the
last
actual
episode makes
anime.
sense.
Yeah, they adapted their like the
They
worst
choose
ending.
they chose the worst ending, but there are like good endings. I'm not gonna go with like the other endings.
Some of them are like, what?
Yeah.
There's like one where he gets both of them pregnant or something. That's one of the
No, there's like
endings.
romance endings. There's like hentai endings and
There's
stuff
the-
like that. But
It's all over the place.
yeah. There's a lot of anime based off of like visual novels. Like Kleinad, I think, is pretty good too.
Fate's a visual novel.
Yeah,
Fate
Fate
Stay-
Zero. Yeah,
Yeah.
Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night.
Unlimited Blade Works.
Yeah.
That one's good.
Yeah,
Those are only two I've seen, Zero and Unlimited Blade Works. Because then like the continuity and
Too many
the
different
timelines get so confusing, and it's like which one do you watch? It's kind of like the same thing as like Gintama, because there's so many of those ones. Like I don't even know which one is the first one to watch.
Yeah, there's so many different seasons.
Yeah. Yeah. From experience, right, Joel?
You wanna watch Gintama next?
Just like
I just want to be included.
Now you're gonna watch School Days. You're gonna be like, I hate anime.
How about we'll transition to this? Next week you're going to your first con. What
I am.
what
I
are you
am.
looking forward to with that, or what made you want to try it out?
Well, this one's like it's not an anime con. It's like Comic Con.
Comic-Con,
So
right.
that one I've always just wanted to go to, but I never really, I guess, had the time. So I guess now I have a lot more time, and because I've always loved those characters.
you're a big DC fan, right?
I am, yeah,
Marvel
very,
too,
very
or what?
big. Not so much Marvel.
Okay.
Did you read the comics?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did. Yeah, that one I like was very like adamant that I wanted to. My uncle's the one that kind of got me into like Batman, and
Nice.
ever since then, like I can't like stop watching Batman and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm very very excited for that. And glad I got a group to go with now.
Yeah.
So,
But he's also trying to convince every other person he sees to go to.
Have a huge, massive group.
More the merrier.
well, yeah, because I want other people to experience it too, and like it's hard like when you're just starting off, so you don't really know like what to do or like, okay, what station do I go to, or do I just stand in line awkwardly, like so it's kind of easy.
Well, you'll
like,
start learn.
Let loon.
You'll loon about LionCon.
Was it LionCon? Oh,
LionCon.
LionCon.
What was it called? LionCon.
Because all you do is wait in lines.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like lion, like Lion.
No,
It's like there's a bunch of like
Lion!
like lion furries or whatever. It's like
There's furries everywhere.
Yeah. And I feel like it's one of those things that like when you get older, you start to appreciate it a little bit more.
Well, you'd understand the true meaning behind stuff.
Yeah.
Because when you're looking at it as a kid, you're looking at it for enjoyment. But then when you get older, like our age, you like see like the deeper meanings
Yeah.
behind what's just the surface level.
Right. Which is good, and it's nice to know that like that hasn't died down over the years. I feel like it's
Well, it's
been
only
brought
gotten bigger
Yeah.
because of
Yeah.
like Marvel, the cinematic
MCU.
universe.
up.
MCU.
MCU, yeah.
Yeah.
Mainstream. Because I remember,
Helped.
yeah. Because I remember, like, you couldn't talk about this stuff in school because then you would be classified as those guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's like if you're not part of it, now
Yeah,
you're
just like,
nerd.
what are you doing?
Like, what are you
FOMO,
doing?
you're
Like,
missing out.
like you're
Yeah.
not human. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
it's
man.
like,
Like, yeah.
I don't know about degrading, but
Yeah.
Would you have expected this as a kid that like comic books, anime, and all this stuff like that were considered weird is not like mainstream?
No, not
No,
at
not at
all.
all.
Not at all.
and
Yeah.
just because of pop culture, like you have more of a like celebrities and that like
Endorse it.
yeah.
Yeah.
actors, actresses, musicians, athletes, whatever it is.
Right.
Those like big people. It's like, oh, it's okay with them.
Then
That it
it's-
should be
yeah,
acceptable for
it's-
like people like a normal person like us for.
Absolutely.
Hopefully
Yeah.
one day we won't be normal people. We'll blow up.
We will be normal
The
people.
living room's gonna blow up, man.
Huge.
On this
Yeah.
day, you know it. This is the declaration. Fucking flag in the sand, you know.
Hey man, I see it. These guys, they'll do some great things. Yeah.
For show.
And this part of the podcast, everything falls off the rails. But it should be fun, Comic-Con. And then maybe, since you're getting more into anime, they have a anime convention in the Chicagoland area next month, and maybe.
Yeah, coming up for that.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
You're gonna dress up?
What are looking at tickets? That's the thing. I don't even know what character, because I haven't seen a lot, so I don't know
Yeah.
which character to go as.
I
and
feel
stuff
like you could be
that,
like,
but
like Chad from Bleach,
no.
Sato or whatever.
Yeah, Chad Sato.
Yeah, because you have like the curly hair going.
But he has to like grow it more like where
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
just
little
grow
bit.
along. Yeah. Well, I
Wig.
think Shalom could like do that actually. Yeah,
Ooh, you're gonna take my character too.
yeah. He has like the arm thingy, right?
Yeah. But you could just be anyone, really.
Yeah, whatever
Anyone
you
you're
want.
interested, because I went to a couple cons. I didn't cosplay at first because I just was in the same like shoes as you, like
Yeah,
didn't
didn't
know what to
really know.
expect. And then I just wore like anime shirts and whatnot. And then I eventually like started wearing cosplays, more like simple stuff. I wear like a Shihoko jersey, so it was like the Slam Dunk basketball series I was referencing. It was like since it was in LA when I cosplayed, so I wanted to like wear something that's a little bit more like
Yeah.
comfortable instead of like wearing. Because some people go all out. So like there was people like what are the series? What's the mech series?
Oh,
Freaking
Gundam?
Gundam. Yeah, they wear like a 10, 15 foot like mech
like a huge
around the
mech
whole.
suit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're like waiting outside in that though.
Yeah,
Like,
and
that's
walking around the
just-
con like
Yeah,
Hot
walking
as
around
hell
the
they'll
con.
do
Yeah,
it.
in LA,
Yeah.
man.
LA.
That's just,
Yeah.
Packed.
That's the
Everywhere.
biggest one in
Doesn't
the
seem
U.S.
smart,
It's like, but people just do it because of the love of the series
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
How often do like I guess it's like every convention there's always some sort of like big person guest like
Try to.
They try to, yeah.
I'm like,
You also get like video game people too, right?
But I guess a lot of animators are doing games too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a
'Cause
big fan of like Game Grumps, and I think they come to a lot of like anime conventions and like gaming conventions too. Yeah, they just have like their panel.
Oh, they have
people.
panels. Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
that's a question I was going to ask. So, like, they go there as more of a spectator, or do they have panels? And you just answered it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys sit at the panels and like ask questions and stuff.
No, we don't ask
don't
questions.
ask
we just
just
attend the
people do
panel.
it, yeah.
Because more times they don't do QAs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like these are the works we're working on, so get excited about
Yeah.
this.
Oh,
Get hyped.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect way to promote the next big thing.
Right. Right.
Yeah. It's cool. There's like a whole culture behind it. You meet like a
Yeah.
lot of friends.
I know. Big
yeah, just
community.
from there.
Yeah. Just you get the stereotype of us smelling bad.
Yeah.
Just like, oh yeah, these guys have. Because when we were there on day 0, it was disgusting. There's people sleeping outside of the convention.
Yeah,
They had
I
cots
I
and
believe
tents.
that.
There's
I
people in
believe that.
bathrobes.
Oh, they just couldn't afford like a hotel or something.
or they
so
didn't
just-
want to.
They want to get in early.
Yeah, first in,
Yeah.
first out.
Exactly.
It's like it's only 3 days. Like we don't have to shower. And it's
I
like,
mean, it's in LA
yeah.
too in July. So I mean,
Yeah.
if I did it,
Nice out.
Oh, because it's like super hot and everyone's
Yeah.
sweaty. Oh,
but still, it's kind of gross regardless.
Yeah.
'Cause there's a lot of people there, and it's like a closed space too. Is there air conditioning or?
The others are conditioning.
Okay.
But in the artist alley, it's in like a parking garage, so there's no AC in there. They have
yeah.
fans, but they don't have like AC because it's a garage setup.
Okay.
It's just normally for parking cars, so it's not the structure of
Yeah.
what you'd expect it to be, but they utilize that space as such.
What's like the average turnout then? Like 10,000?
The one in Chicagoland's around 10 to 15. Anime Central, ACEN for short. Anime Expo's the biggest one. It's like 110.
Under 10,000?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have comic book stuff too, right? Like
Yeah,
it's-
San Diego
it's
Comic
everything,
Con's
yeah.
really big. Sometimes, as we were discussing yesterday, it's bigger than like the anime convention. They have more like anime people
Yeah.
at the Comic Con than
that happens
actual
a
the
lot.
anime con.
Oh, man, yeah.
Usually the groups kind of like intertwined.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's getting
people
more
that
blurred.
like comic books like anime.
There's a lot
Vice
of
versa,
influences
yeah.
or like a crossover because there's like a Deadpool manga now. There's a
Yeah.
Spider-Man manga now. So there's just a lot of crossover between.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they'll eventually adapt. I don't see it, but who knows? Like the other way around, like they have the manga people get adapted into like a comic
The comic.
comic setting. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? There's potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never, never.
Well, future's looking up. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
We're always looking up.
Yeah. Even with anime, there's like kind of like a music culture too. Like I don't know if it was like Hollow Live or whatever, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like they have like musicians as well that
Yeah,
like
there's a lot of them
they,
singing stuff.
they do like anime music and yeah.
Well, some of the anime music's pretty good.
Yeah.
As I said,
I like anime openings. Like I could listen to them
That's
Anime
the few that I have listened to, they're all epic. Really, really cool.
because Japan has a lot of good like songwriters. So they, a lot of them actually have like kind of like jazz and rock like that they kind of like specialize in. They have like real bands that would like they would ask them to like write music for this anime and like they'll
Yeah.
put a lot of effort.
because I saw
into it.
recently they released one like Kaiju number 8, and who was the group that did it? It's like the artists that did like Counting Stars. Is it like something Republic? One Republic?
Oh yeah.
They did like the ending or the outro for
really?
Kaiju number 8. I was like, wow. I never thought like a Western group would have done like a.
That's really
anime.
cool.
So
I remember from Blue Exorcist. I think like the ending song number 1. It was called like "Take Off" by 2
Yeah,
p.m.
I know
and
that
2
song.
p.m. is a K-pop. group, I'm
K-pop,
pretty
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But the song is in English. But
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's such a good song.
I love that song.
Yeah, yeah.
there's a couple.
I
of
listened to
K-pop
that song a lot
ones, too.
I
actually.
do too.
Yeah.
'Cause I think TXT, like Tomorrow by Together, has done a couple of openings. They
Yeah.
did an opening for Black Clover, I know, and they did an opening for World Trigger, I think it's called, right?
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
They did that one. There's a lot of like crossover now, especially how big K-pop is and like Japanese music and now the West, and now everything's kind of like being like a melting pot of like you have like Latin music collaborating with Western music, or you have,
Yeah.
like K-pop collaborating with Western, or vice versa. So it's like cool how
Yeah.
everything's kind of like becoming more gradually accepted, like universally between the West, the East, the South, North, whatever it is. So it's
Right.
making everything
Mm-hmm.
getting a lot of more styles and more exposure, which is good.
Yeah.
So let's see what says it. All right. Well, the episode went back pretty quick.
That was like our quickest episode.
It didn't feel like it. I
Yeah.
mean, it was normal length, but I mean, geez,
Right.
Oh, my, so
conversations were good.
That was
So,
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
do
thank
the
you guys
outro.
for having me.
I was gonna say, thanks, Joel, for being on, but you already jumped the gun. You got it. Anytime, man. Maybe in the future you could be on a potential other guest episode or on the DJ Hours if we ever get that going.
Maybe we can all cosplay for an episode
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be
Pretty
pretty
cool.
cool.
from the
Yeah.
same anime or from different ones.
And then we
Crossover episodes.
the crossover episode.
That'd
be fun
Bleach,
potential.
Naruto, One Piece, and like whatever.
Yeah.
Dragon
Pretty
Ball.
sick.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah,
fun
that would be
crossover
cool.
potential there.
Or we
So
just
maybe
all-
you'll see that in the
Yeah.
future, our viewers. So this is Jason with Dom, Bryan, and our guest Joel.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks for being on. And I'm gonna shout out this to the goat, my dog Lexi. This episode is dedicated to you. There we go. Done.
Signing out.
See you next time.
Bye.